A rough one tonight here at Veterans Field. The Bourne Braves fall to the Chatham Anglers 8-4. Welcome to Postgame Tomahawk Talk. I'm Adam Gackin. That's Sean Brennan. And Sean, Bourne had this game. It felt like in the middle of it, up 3-1 going into the fifth inning, and then it all fell apart.
Yeah, a huge fifth inning for Chatham. Bourne threw in Preston Prince, his first appearance of the season, and it did not go well. Let up 2 home runs. Let up 3 walks to load the bases, a single tied it, and then 2 home runs, just basically put it out of reach. And I was talking to Garrett Michelle after the game, and that's a tough outcome to come back from. He said that the team kind of collapsed after that, something they have to get better at, but it definitely takes the wind out of your sails when you're winning and everything's going pretty well, and then all of a sudden you go back on the field, go back in the batter's box, and you're down big.
And a rough first outing for Prince, but we have seen a couple pitchers so far this season for Bourne struggle their first time out and then turn it around, so we'll see if he can. A couple guys who really did kind of turn it around offensively today, Garrett Michelle and Isaiah Jackson, both who have struggled at times this season, but both hit solo home runs.
Yeah, that was a pretty good segue, but Isaiah Jackson had that big opening night and definitely cooled off from there, had a tough stretch, but yeah, hit a home run to tie this game. First pitch of the at-bat, sent it deep into center field, and then down 8-4, Michelle launched one in the 8th inning to kind of make it a bit more respectable. But it's definitely encouraging. Michelle really turned it on last year, hit 7 homers in the regular season and playoffs, so if he can get his bat going, he's going to be a big piece going forward.
That would be huge, especially going into tomorrow night. You could argue the biggest game of the season so far, and you could argue that that game will be one of the bigger ones throughout the entire season. Bourne goes to Falmouth, the team that they are competing for that last playoff spot with. Falmouth won tonight, so Bourne right now just 2 games up. Tomorrow's game is huge.
It's going to be huge. Not necessarily, obviously it's going to be big for the standings, but also for the morale. This is a game that guys have circled on their calendar. They know the importance of it. You don't want to overthink it, but you have to go into Falmouth tomorrow and win. And if you do, you're feeling really good about yourself. You're back up to 3 games ahead, but if you lose, it's narrowed to 1 game. They kind of have all that momentum. And even though you're ahead of them in the standings, the pressure's on you.
Yep, definitely is. Well, a massive game tomorrow night at Gov Fuller Field. First pitch is at 6 o'clock. We'll see you in Falmouth.